What are you scared of as an adult that you weren't scared of as a child? Getting injuries. As a teen and young adult I was very reckless and nothing happened to me. I think back and boy was I extremely lucky. I broke my trampoline in high school jumping off the roof of my 2-story house. I used to dive off my friend's house straight into the pool. One day I was 26 and we were back at my friend's house. I got on the roof like old times, looked at the pool, and climbed back down. Fuck that lol. Right, also the bounce back from those injuries. Twist an ankle at 17 and you right back in the game the next day. Twist that bitch in your mid-30s and up and I'm out of commission for at least 10 business days. Cancer. Whenever I'd give my family medical history it was always heart issues on one side, cancer on the other. My dad's family had a history of massive heart attacks and my mom's side of the family had a history of cancer. 2 years ago my dad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. He died a little over a year later and that was with the success of fairly extreme surgery. Feel very velp about my chances of living to a ripe old age. Sooner or later we all reach the age where we no longer expect them to find a cure for cancer before we get it ourselves. Lack of money. Right, as a child I thought money comes out of the ATM, whenever the adults want it. I'm less scared of this than I am angry that I'm stuck having to perpetually generate money just to generally live. Dementia/Alzheimer's. Absolutely terrifies me. Why is this so low on the comments? It's the most terrifying thing. The more research that comes out that ties it to diet, the more I lean in hard on the plant-based noms. Watching my grandfather slowly fragment over the last years of his life. Yeah no, I'd rather just load up on broccoli microgreens and give up sugar. Unemployment. COVID furloughs put me into my first unemployment days since I was a kid back in 2007. My finances were /are fucked. Breaking a bone. As a kid I rode BMX, skateboards and didn't think twice about jumping off something. Now the first thing that crosses my mind is, I can't afford to get hurt. I've broken my wrist twice and dislocated a finger, it's still crooked as I was too young to get a surgery to fix it. I'm not necessarily afraid of breaking a bone again, because I'm dyspraxic and know that injuring myself badly is inevitable. I also know that if I don't earn enough and can't afford a €100 hospital visit, my country will be able to give me a card to get to hospital for free. I think if you're in somewhere like the US, I'd understand why you'd be so afraid of getting hurt and not affording medical bills. But I think if you're someone like me who's just very injury prone, you come to terms with stuff like that. I can't believe the stuff I did as a kid. I broke a few bones as a result, I can't even ride my bike off a curb now. Losing teeth. This big time. The amount of dreams I have about losing my teeth is unsettling. This one punches me straight in the gut. I am nearly losing 2 teeth at 25 and I am now terrified for the rest of my teeth too. I have quite a few fillings too. I am so afraid that I can't even function lately. Being driven. I'm constantly thinking, have they seen that car? I'd be braking by now. Do they know this is a tight bend coming up? I learned to drive relatively late, and had 2 young kids by the time I passed my test. Before I could drive I didn't mind being a passenger, but now I'm always slightly nervous that whoever is driving might not be paying full attention to the road. Oh my god yes. I love to sit as shotgun until I've made my driving license. It terrifies me. Sometimes as a passenger I find myself hitting the imaginary brakes with my foot. I can't stand it when drivers brake late. Making friends. It's hard as an adult to make friends with other adults. It was super easy when you're a kid. Hey, do you want to be friends? Yes, it's settled. Then I miss the times when that was the default way to making friends. Make the friend, then decide if it's worth it or not later. No trying to fit in or finding stuff to say or making yourself known BS. Simple and fun for everyone. Everyone benefits. There's this girl who's been my friend since kindergarten, and I'm pretty sure it all started because we were sitting next to each other one day. Losing my parents. My mom passed away young, and the thought of losing my dad terrifies me. My parents are of an age where it is regularly discussed as a matter of fact that they could die soon. I'm the executor of their will, and my sister is responsible for medical decisions. They are going on a multi-month road trip around the US this summer, and I have all the paperwork for how to handle one or both of them dying on the trip. It's kinda morbid, but if anything happens, everyone is prepared. My dad passed away yesterday, and I'd been dreading it for years. It didn't make it any easier. High places. I swear I never had the littlest fear of heights until adulthood. No idea how I developed it. Same. I even did a skydive when I was like 21, and now I'm 30. I get sweaty when I'm up on a damn ladder to the attic putting the Christmas decorations back. Yep. Same. And it gets worse every year. Just before COVID I was on an outdoor patio that's like, built on a hill so it's raised and you have a view of the highway below. I got all dizzy. I'm probably not explaining it properly, but this was not somewhere that should happen. Sitting in a chair on a fucking massive patio. Honestly, not even that high up. Becoming older. Seeing your body slowly crumble apart is terrifying. I'm deaf of 1 ear, can't run, and I can't memorize information as easily as I used to. I'm 31. Can relate, and I am not 22 yet. Dying. When I was a kid I was way more depressed than I was ever willing to admit, and I had basically resigned myself to live a short life and end it before I became too burdensome to the world around me. Then I met my wife. Having someone else depend on you staying alive is a surreal feeling. I no longer actively hoped to die, but still death didn't really scare me. Then I had my son. I can't let anything bad happen to him. I have to always be here to help and protect this kid, even when he's an adult himself. Absolutely everything in my life changed when he was born. Now the idea of dying actually fills me with existential dread. I don't want to put him through that. Where is that free wholesome award when you need it? When I was younger, I was terrified of dying. Now, I'm way more scared of the ones around me dying. Failure. I've always been scared of failure. Honestly, I'm the opposite. I can more easily accept failure as an adult, but as a kid I was afraid to fail. Being bad at something is the first step in being good at it. Arthritis. I miss having knees. It was a good 25 years. I do wish I had learned to do a backflip back when I was in great shape in high school. Now I'm afraid to hop down any drop more than 1.5 feet. Wasps. You mean the bush family kind or the murder hornet kind? Spicy bees? Being poor. Acting silly. I was a playful kid, but now I have to be serious and boring or people will think I'm stupid or crazy. The other day, I went to the store and bought a snack. I have asked the manager of the shop to not sell me snacks because I need to stick to my diet. She has told her employees to not sell me unhealthy foods. It's now become a game of if I can get a snack through a new or distracted cashier instead of something healthy. After I had completed my purchase and was heading towards the door, the now tricked employees stopped me. Wait. Are you the guy we aren't supposed to sell snacks to? I laughed maniacally, screamed yes. In joyful defiance and ran out the door laughing. I'm almost 40 years old. Please have fun. Enjoy life, and you like being silly or goofy, then do it. You bring a smile to others' faces, but more importantly, you will feel better about being yourself instead of what you think society wants you to be. Fuck what people think. Be you. Be fun. Be silly and playful. There is no rule that says you can't be grown and be fun. Too many people think there are these rules for being an adult and you can't have fun anymore. There aren't. Enjoy your life. Being homeless. As a child we assume that we will always have a roof over our heads, but when we grow up, it just gets real. I'm the other way around. As a child I was always afraid that our house would get repossessed and we would be homeless. Now that I'm in control of my own finances, I have zero fear of this. Taxes. One of the two things you can't avoid. I sexually identify as someone who doesn't pay taxes. Strangers. Death. This. When I was 9 and found out I was going to have a major surgery with a risk of paralysis, I calmly asked the doctor if there was a chance I was going to die, and I remember feeling completely at peace of knowing it might occur even if it was a small chance. By that point I'd been to several funerals, so it's not like I didn't understand. When I was later delirious, hallucinating, from fever and getting blood transfusions and things a while post-op, still not afraid. The idea of going through that now petrifies me. Kids are crazy impressive sometimes. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.